Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and welcome to the One Piece card game tutorial app. Hopefully by the end of this, we will all know how to play the One Piece card game, which we had the super pre-release event for this Saturday. So that is all worth checking out. So let us jump right in. Okay, there's the terms of use. Sure, that looks fine. Okay, we have tutorial 1, and then these are all hidden and unlocked. So let's jump in with Chopper and see what tutorial 1 is like. Yes, that's why I clicked on it. Yes, I would like to start. Thank you. Okay, tutorial mode 1, let's start the tutorial. Tutorial mode 1 introduces you to the basics of the card game. Okay. It's my turn. During the refresh phase, return all Dawn cards attached. The cards on your field to your cost area, and all set rested cards in your field as active. You cannot do anything else during this phase. Okay, so that is like the point before draw phase. So this is the refresh state. This is used in a couple of things. This is like in, I think, well, I wouldn't say Magic. I don't play Magic, but I'm pretty sure the Magic has a refresh phase as well. This is kind of like in Card Fight Vanguard, if you play with Card Fight or such, you know, your stand and draw. Apart from this is like the stand phase before you get a draw phase, or any other such things like that. So that makes sense. During the draw phase, draw one card from your deck and add it to your hand. The top card of your deck, not just any. During the Dawn phase, draw two cards from the top of your Dawn deck and place them in your cost area face up. Okay, so we now have 4 Dawn over there, it says. Okay, let's just let all that play out. So you can take various actions during the main phase, including playing a card, using a card's effect, and attacking. Let's start by playing Zoro from your hand. To play this, you'll need to pay its cost, and presumably its cost is 3, judging by that little bit up there. Take Zoro from your hand, place it in your character's area, pay Zoro's cost of 3 to play the card, and the card cannot attack the turn it is played. It has Summoning Sickness. So, can this just go anywhere here? Okay, so it just automatically goes there. Now let's try attacking your opponent. To attack, you'll rest one of your upright active cards by turning it sideways. Okay, so the way that you declare an attack in Vanguard. Let's rest your leader card Luffy and declare your attack. You can choose to attack one of your opponent's leader or one of their rested character cards. Oh, so you can only attack rested cards. That's interesting. That's really interesting because that's the opposite of how it works in Magic. In Magic, you can block with things while they're stood, but you can't block with things while they're rested. And now this one is you can only attack things while they're rested. So that's different. You can choose to attack your opponent's leader or one of their rested character cards. Okay. Your opponent doesn't have any rested character cards at the moment, so let's attack their leader. So does this cost anything? So do we... Okay, we pull up to declare the attack. Okay, the opponents use a counter step to increase their leader's power. During the counter step, a player can increase their card power by using an event card or a character card from their hand. Interesting. Does it say how much it increases it by on the card? I'm hoping it does. Or do you just discard any card and they all do that? Hopefully it explains that. So your opponent was able to defend their card against your attack by increasing its power. Let's use a Dawn card to strengthen one of your character cards. By giving an active Dawn card in your cost area to a leader or a character, you can increase their power during your turn by 1000 per Dawn card. Try giving a Dawn card to Vivi. Okay, so we have one spare Dawn because Zoro currently has Summoning Sickness. Next up, let's use your leader's effect This effect allows you to give one rested Dawn card to your leader or a character. So we'll give an additional. So, oh, right. So, okay, I've got it. Oh, okay. So you just click on it in order to do it. VV's power is now 6,000, so let's try attacking the opponent's leader. Okay. Your opponent didn't do anything during the counter step, so VV won this time. Your opponent's life has decreased by 1. The lost life card is added to your opponent's hand. That is the end of your turn. Remember, any Dawn cards you can give to cards will only increase their power during your turn. Yep, that makes sense. So, presumably your life is like 5 cards, and anytime you take damage, you add one of the cards from your damage to your hand. So it's the opposite of Pokemon, where you get a card for defeating an opponent's Pokemon. This when you get an additional card whenever you take 1 damage. Okay. I think that's the same in a couple of other card games. I want to say UFS, but I don't think it was UFS actually. I don't know if it was Versus. Oh, it's been a very long time. Definitely wasn't Huntic. I know that much for sure. Okay, well that's interesting. So at the end of the turn, the power of VV should... Oh, I've got to click turn end over here. Should return to mere 4,000. So let's use the counter step to increase VV's power. Your brute card can increase a card's power by 2,000, so let's use that. So what on this says... You can use a character's counter without any cost. Just be careful you don't use too many of them or you'll run out of cards. Okay, that makes sense. So what says this is 2,000 counter power? That's what I want to know. Can I take a look at that card? Wow. Let's not use a counter this time and let VV get KO'd. KO'd cards are trashed and any Dawn cards given to them are rested and returned to the cost area. So that's fine. So Kaido apparently has 9,000 power for some reason. It didn't really explain how he got to 9,000 power. To win the game, you need to attack your opponent's leader when your opponent has 0 life remaining. Okay, so you don't die when your life runs out. You die once you take a damage after your life has run out. So if you have 5 health, you secretly have 6 health. Let's give an active Dawn to card to Zoro. The Dawn will increase his power by 1,000, so it will now be 7,000. That'll be up to 6,000, not 7,000. Oh, right, okay, it's his skill. Gives him another 1,000. Try using Zoro to attack your opponent's leader. Oh, so is main phase and battle phase the same phase? So I can do things afterwards as well? So the opponent countered. Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to read what that did. Your opponent used an event card during your counter step. This card has a powerful effect, which is used by returning Dawn cards to your Dawn deck. Returning them to your Dawn deck? That's horrible. I don't imagine you would ever want to do that. That's an incredible cost. You can give multiple active Dawn cards to a card. Let's try giving any remaining Dawn to your leader Luffy and then attacking. So we'll just bring him up to 10,000. I hope there's nothing like a perfect guard that just negates your attack. So 10,000 on your 5,000? Okay, your opponent can't defend against Luffy's attack, so Luffy wins. Your opponent has 0 life remaining, so you've won the game. Interesting. That's pretty cool. So let's go into tutorial mode 2. Yes. I would like to know what it is that gives power during counter. Like, does something say that on the card itself? Your hand isn't very good this time. In this game, you can redraw your hand one time, give it a go. So, you mulligan, but you mulligan your entire hand. Okay. Yes, redraw the hand. So, can I click on these? I would like to know what these do, but okay. Yes, redraw my hand. Now that's a much better hand. Okay. I see that there's things that cost 1, 2, and 3 now. Let's start the tutorial mode. Mode 2 introduces you to some of the more detailed rules of the game. The player going first can't draw on their first turn, so the player going second can then. During the Dawn phase, you add 2 Dawn cards from your cost to your cost area. The player going first adds only 1 card on their first turn. Okay, so there's a bit of a disadvantage going first. Let's play Chopper from your hand. Okay, well, I mean, Chopper is 1 cost. Since you can't use your leader to attack on your first turn, let's end your turn. Okay, so neither player can attack on the first turn. So neither player can attack on the first turn, so even if you have something that's 1 cost and has rush, you still can't attack on your first turn. That's good to know. I only have 1 life and the opponent has 2 life. I've only just noticed. Okay, so they draw for turn and they get to Dawn. Okay, so we're up to 3 Dawn. Now let's play the 1000 Sun from our hand. Stage cards are played by placing them on your field. While they're on the field, you can activate their effects. Okay, so this is like continuous spells, or field spells, I guess. Can I see what it does? Nope, okay. So we just have to, there's an actual area to put this in. Why don't we use the 1000 effects? The 1000 Sunny's effect on your leader Luffy. 1000 Sunny can increase your leader or one of your character's power by 1000 during this turn. That's pretty cool. So, rest this stage. 1 Straw Hat Crew type leader or character in your field gains 1000 until the end of the turn. Perfect. Yes, I would like to activate that. And I would like to give it to Luffy. Perfect. Next up, let's use leader Luffy's effect to give one of your rested Dawn to your leader Luffy. Okay. So, okay. Now try attacking your opponent's Kaido with your powered up Luffy. Let's try that then. Do you have something that your opponent? Oh my goodness. Your opponent used Jinrumi's counter effect from their hand. By trashing a counter card from their hand, a player can increase their card's power during that battle. Your opponent's Kaido has gained an extra 1000 power for this battle, so the card's power is now 6000. Okay, that still means I still hit. Okay, and you used another effect. Your opponent has gone and used Ulti's counter effect from their hand. Their Kaido has gained an additional 2000, so their attack is 8000, so your attack field. Okay, so they used something that gave it 1000 power, and they used something that gave it 2000 power. Let's end this turn. Sure. Although I feel like I could have still given Dawn to Chopper, but it wouldn't have made any difference. Okay, Jack's on-play effect can be activated by paying cost. Your opponent has trashed 1 Sheepshed card from their hand and activated their Jack's on-play effect. They've gained 1 extra Dawn card. Okay. So let's see here. His effect says you may trash 1 card from your hand, add 1 card from your Dawn deck, and set it as active. Okay, so it doesn't have to be Sheepshed. It can be any card that you discard from your hand. Okay, your opponent has used Sheepshed to attack Luffy. You're about to take some damage. You could use the block effect of your Chopper in your battle area, but let's try using a counter to protect Luffy this turn instead. Let's try using the event card, Guard Point. When your opponent attacks, you can play this card by paying its cost. This card's effect increases one of your card's power by 3000 for this battle. Let's use it on Luffy. If you increase Luffy's power to 8000, you'll be able to defend against Sheepshed's attack. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that then. Where do I put this. Why is this not activated? Do I... What am I doing wrong here? So don't put it on Luffy. Okay, I activated that time. Counter, your leader or one of your character gains 3,000 power during this battle. For 1 cost. Perfect. Yep. Oh, okay, I have to select the leader. Okay. Kaido's able to attack Luffy this turn. Let's not use a block instead. Let's not use a blocker. Instead, let's defend Luffy with a counter. Let's activate Robin's counter effect. Luffy is now more powerful than Kaido, so he can defend against attack. So, sure. Okay, we now have 5 Dawn. Let's play Sanji from our hand. Okay, that is 2 Dawns, we've got 3 left. Now let's give 2 Dawn to Sanji. Once you do that, you'll be able to activate Sanji's Rush. Rush allows him to attack the turn that he's played. So let's do that, there's 1. And there is 2. Go on and use Sanji to attack. Okay, so are we attacking Kaido? Okay, you've dealt some damage to Kaido. It looks like your opponent has a trigger. When you take damage, if a card with a trigger is added to your hand, you can activate that effect without paying its cost. So that's a 6 cost trigger, so that is huge. The trigger is add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn and set it as active. Your opponent has used their Brachio Bomber trigger effect to gain 1 Dawn card. Let's use your 1000 Sunnies effect on Leader Luffy once again. So yes, I would like to activate this skill on Luffy. Then let's activate Leader Luffy's skill to give Luffy 1 Dawn card. So yes. Now it's time to attack Kaido with your powered up Luffy. So that's 7,000 to your 5,000. It's the same again. Next up, play Chopper from your hand. Okay, so I can still play things during battle phase, which is interesting. There's nothing else you can do, so let's finish up your turn. And now they're on 9 Dawn. Okay, they just played Queen with 5. Queen has a really powerful blocker. This isn't looking good. Queen's on play effect can be paid by paying the cost. Your opponent turned 1 Dawn card to their Dawn deck and activated Queen's on play. They've drawn 2 cards and trashed 1, so let's draw 2, discard 1. Let's try using Chopper's block effect. When one of your cards is attacked, you can use a blocker to have the blocker card attack instead. Let's make Chopper battle Sheepshed instead of Luffy. Time to activate that ability, so we will use this one. So presumably they have to be standing in order to activate that effect. Let's activate another chopper blocker. Yep. You don't have a counter card in your hand, so you'll just have to take the damage. So presumably Jinbei isn't a counter card. You've got a great card. Let's launch a counter attack. Okay, so all the Dawn returns. We've got 7 now. Let's play the Luffy that we just drew. Let's give Luffy 2 Dawn when he's got 2 Dawn cards. Your opponent can't use blocker attack against attacks from Luffy. Okay. Next up, let's use your 1000 Sunnies attack to increase character Luffy's power. And then we use this skill as well. Let's attack Kaido with character Luffy. So now I have 10,000, so unless he uses like multiple counters here, I think we're good. Yeah, okay, so at 10,000 the attack still goes through. Your opponent's Kaido has 10,000 power. When your power is equal, the attacking side wins. That means Luffy won this battle, and since your opponent has 0 life, you've won the game. Okay, cool. Very neat. And the next thing we get to do is we actually get to battle using the Straw Hat crew. So that is the tutorial part finished with. I'm going to make another video where I'm actually playing the decks. But that is the introduction to One Piece. So this is introduction part 1. The introduction part 2 will be coming up soon. I really hope that you all enjoyed. I'm looking forward to this brand new game of One Piece. It seems pretty cool. It doesn't seem that difficult to get hold of the actual rules of it, but I think when we actually play the deck, we're going to understand how a lot of things work a lot better. So that is going to be it for this video, folks. I really hope that you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these videos go up, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.